Dzień dobry, witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie. Dzisiaj zagramy sobie w finala. Zrobimy wszystkie misje poboczne, łowy i inne takie. Podejrzewam, że może wypaść ten odcinek trochę krótko i ja go skończę na tych misjach pobocznych. Zrobimy tak, że on będzie krótki, a potem ma być krótki, żeby finał był po prostu w całości fabularny, a nie zapchany jakimiś tam dodatkami. Chcę, żeby finał po prostu był bez żadnych dodatkowych aktywności. Dobra, tu jest bezpański maruder. No i tak, szkoliła te służby ten konkretny okaz. Muszę sobie sprawdzić, gdzie jest bezpański maruder. Widar Grias. To jest na Valoid. Królestwo Valoid. Dobrze. To teraz tak. Idziemy. Płeściki pooddajemy.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Truth be told, it was me who suggested Roper from what I hear. No.
Będę to skipował. A, Chamber zasługuje na zaliczające stopnie. Tak, nie, no w gruncie rzeczy pamiętam to. Gość zrobił to, co miał zrobić. No, dzięki mnie, a tak to mógłby zginąć, no. Ale zrobił to zadanie, które miał zrobić, więc w ostateczności się przysłużył, no. To nie jest tak, że nie wypełnił zadania. Wypełnił zadanie, dobra, niech będzie.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim.
Dokładnie.
Is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Dokładnie, Clay.
Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conk and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things really do, but that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad... Remember that.
I will, Sid.
Dobrze, to teraz tak, kolejne zadanie. Czy ja mam jeszcze coś? Tak, jeszcze jedno mam tam. I tu jeszcze mam do oddania. Trochę tego jest.
Uncle, I bring good news. The field marshal has agreed to your plan.
Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for
Dzisiaj postaram się zakończyć finala,
Accompanying him back to your manor.
więc ten odcinek będzie wstępny po prostu, a finał będzie finałem osobno.
As will one other.
Oczywiście dzisiaj zagramy sobie z Bigosem i wrzucę od razu Atlas, więc będzie dużo wcześniej niż to,
To agree to an accord. He might not be as successful in convincing those
bo odcinki z finala wychodzą
he asked if
codziennie po jednym albo po dwa max, a
suggested a certain imperial
Atlas wychodzi od razu.
turned liberator.
Ja to nagrywam 21, a wy to zobaczycie gdzieś, może nawet we wrześniu.
Tin would probably call me one of his. But yes,
another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clark.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier. Eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quentin can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry. The 7 high houses will be seeing. They have all agreed to make the most generous. Of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirst.
It was more of a ham.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves.
I'm happy to.
Now, join us there at your earliest
Of course, Uncle.
Dobrze, ten problem też jest rozwiązany. A... Przeniosła mnie do dworu.
How, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with...
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
Fajną mają rozmowę.
Gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Two such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends? I can't stand the man.
I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the bloody outlaw.
Once more onto the brief.
Fajna rozmowa, podoba mi się.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes, and I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. and we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will. Well, my boy, the stage is set.
that it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall, and there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to take this signed accord
Przepraszam.
as proof of our faith in you.
I will.
Thank you, uncle. 3 to już kompania. Zgadzacie się z tym? Chmury z niebies. Dobrze. Teraz tak, jedziemy dalej. Muzyki stąd nie zmienię, a to dlatego, że no po prostu jest to końcówka. Bojowe nastawienie moje musi być cały czas. Dobra, kolejne zadanie odbieramy. Odgawam.
You alright?
Something troubling you?
No more than you. It's just... Eddie's baby will be...
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when... let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Ed is due any day now. I don't know if I'll be ready.
Is there anything I can do to... All right then.
A good luck charm, but not just any.
Not just any.
No. One made from the... There's not lucky in all the realm. Oh, the thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but...
Only the big day is fast approaching.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna stop...
Well, there's no shortage of those passing. I think I might make that my first port of call.
You're a good friend, Clyde.
Dobra, za zajazd do Marty. Nie wiem, jak stoję z Plotianami. Nie pamiętam zupełnie tego faktu. Może informacja o tym, no właśnie. Może coś warto kupić. Ty odnowiłaś już ten? Nie, ostatniego oczywiście nie odnowiła. Dobra, tu jest jeszcze zadanie. Ja wszystko stąd pozbieram i dopiero stąd wyjdę, takie nasze wrażenie. Zacny ogar. Chcecie, to wystopujcie to i sobie poczytajcie. Prośba Joshui. Bratu się nie odmawia.
Joshua's worried about Jill. I should go and speak with him.
O, jeszcze chodzi o Jill, to tym bardziej. Nic cenniejszego, dokładnie, zgadzamy się. Dobra, moi drodzy, teraz idziemy tam do Mid. Dobierzemy te 2 zadania. No jakieś jest jeszcze wyżej. Rzadko kiedy tam, rzadko. W ogóle nie było tam zadania tak wysoko. Dobra, teraz w lewo. Znowu dzieciaki. Co tym razem za lekcja będzie?
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No? Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Midadol. She's been acting very strange. She's barely ever
When she is, she acts like we only...
in the cloud.
That's what I said.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind.
Not long ago.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite...
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around... Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together.
But who's gonna put Miss Midadol back together? She's...
Why don't you ask if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
W swoim lochu jest. Ciekawie to zabrzmiało. Jeszcze jakieś zadanie jest? Kolejne się pojawiło. Oj, końca temu nie ma. Naprawdę. Ale dobra, okej.
Mid.
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen have their chance.
Szalona
They
kobieta.
relied too much on magic.
Ale
See
dobrze,
what I've
dobrze.
got?
Kobieta naukowiec. Niech
I
będzie.
discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First, I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the tub and crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse break...
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Has Midadol mentioned
Teraz tu idziemy. Kolejne odbieramy.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid,
Of course.
it is an honor to finally speak. My name is Herman. I wish to be deployed to Ash.
No. The lands across... I will not send good men and women to risk their lives. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve. I was raised, or rather, it was not a place of nurture.
To jest chyba to samo miejsce, co tam, co jest to więzienie.
Tortured until we feared no pain, and few ever survived long.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many, but they must be remembered. The Institute was run with military precision.
Dobra, on mówi.
Sid,
On mówi o tym samym więzieniu chyba.
The fact remains that Ash is simply too...
Sid,
too dangerous for you, Herman.
Not me.
Not for me.
you will.
Dobrze.
I won't let you risk...
I don't.
You can stop.
Dobra, my już wiemy.
Hidden enough.
All right.
May the mother.
My już wiemy, co robić. Dobra, teraz tak. Zrobię sztuczkę z teleportem. Tu jeszcze muszę się cofnąć tak czy inaczej. No dobra, zrobimy sztuczkę z teleportem. Ciach. Pojawimy się po tej stronie. Zbiorę zadanie z prawej, a później pójdziemy zrobić tamto drugie.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us.
To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that?
No, nie było jej nawet przy rozmowie.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the duchy, and Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill?
To see the snow days, it was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too...
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for Ben?
I'm saying we should first go and... What would you do?
Dobra. To się z Joshuą przejdziemy też. Przeczytałem roman, no to jest Ronan.
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project.
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an
I do. Will any old adamant?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Old Bidza. All what's left of them, but don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as...
I'll keep that in mind.
Dobra. Jak to wygląda? Tu mamy raczej wszystko. Dobra, jak tu już jestem, to zerkniemy sobie do Vivien na mapę, chociaż tu się nic nie zmieniło. O!
Hippocrates knows of the tome. Whether what he has to say makes you happy to have agreed to help me. How may I help you today? Study it well, Clive. Thus ends today's lesson.
Dobrze, teraz tak, panie i panowie, lecimy. Trudno mi też powiedzieć, jakie zadania powinienem robić w jakiej kolejności, nie? Ale dobra, i tak wszędzie muszę jechać, więc dobra, zajazd Marty będzie pierwszy. Bo z tej strony są 3 zadania. No tam, gdzie będzie więcej, to postaram się. Chociaż myślę, że nawet na pojedyncze muszę skoczyć osobno, to i tak nie ma różnicy.
Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh,
a silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though there was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, near some gutted hovel, not far. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows?
We'll see.
Dobrze. Z handlarzami, to tu jest drugi handlarz. Pytanie, czy z tym też się da pogadać? Nie da się. Tu jest kolejny handlarz.
How do, traveler? You've the look of a man who could do with it.
I'm looking for a silver...
If that's the case, no one has seen us. Word is, they were all hunted for them. If any are still out there...
You're probably right.
No, teraz trzeci, weź znajdź trzeciego. To już może być trudniejsze, żeby znaleźć trzecią osobę. Tym bardziej, że mam... w samym mieście szukać, no ale może part.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocolate.
I deal in... But if it's fancies you're after...
Was a silver chocobo seen?
Oh, yes. If you believe the raven...
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon Tride. It sounds almost too good to be true.
Dobrze, teraz tak. Tam muszę dotrzeć. No to jedziemy.
Since I'm already here.
To są próby, te ściany. Ale ja na próby nie chodzę, bo to szkoda czasu. Nawet nie wiadomo, co za to jest dokładnie. A na pewno już nie to, co ja bym chciał. Okej. Trzeba wyjechać tutaj.
More tracks. And these look fresh. The chocobo was here. And recently. I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned. It's all right. Just borrowing a feather for my... Thank you. Let's get this back to Gab.
No i dobra, zrobiliśmy to zadanko. Trochę to było bardzo proste, ale luz. Nie zawsze musi być pod górkę. Czasem przyda się, jak zadanie jest tylko takie po prostu, że wchodzisz i wychodzisz. No i dobra, co ja mam tu zrobić? Zebrać olej.
It's well. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
Teraz pytanie, ale fart. Lucky. Ale mam farciucha. No i dobra, już. To były bardzo szybkie zadania. Nie powiem. I tu jeszcze mam kolejne. Tempo jest zaskakująco szybkie. No ale już pół godziny wpadło, nie? Ale w zasadzie ja nic wielkiego nie zrobiłem. Ale tak jak myślałem, ten odcinek lepiej... Coś popsułem. Tu jest jeszcze zakręt według tej mapy. No właśnie.
This is the place, but...
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared.
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies...
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of.
Then why not ask someone who might...
Someone at the backyard.
W ogrodzie. Najgorzej. Wiecie, co to oznacza, jak trzeba spytać o coś w ogrodzie? Dobra. To już pójdziemy i zrobimy jeszcze inne zadanie, bo to wracać specjalnie do ogrodu, to nie będę marnował tak czasu. A tu jest jedno zadanie. Jedno, tylko do niego, no właśnie, tą ścieżką.
Ready, go? Yeah.
It looks like we found him.
No twardy ma pancerz. Dobra. Lecimy. To się udało aż za dobrze. Au. I po żółwiu. Bardzo szybciutko nam poszło. Cieszy mnie to. Trzeba lecieć szybciutko z tematem. Dobra, i tu już nic więcej nie ma. To mnie cieszy. Tu jest bezpaski pies w tej lokacji. Jest przed teleportem jakoś tak. Gdzieś tu jest. Nie jest wcale tak daleko. A, no widać go, nawet ładny, piękny piesek. Dobra. Król Behemotów. O, to mi się podoba. Mają króla nawet. 4 jeźdźców. To może być ciężkie. Dobra, leżysz. No na taki sam level jak ja. Nie widzę, nie wiem co się dzieje. O właśnie. Oj, nie ten. moment. Dobra, powalmy go, bo to nie ma sensu marnować sobie życia. Prosto w twarz. Oj. Co to się działo? To jest jego tornado chyba. W ogóle jaki damage mi zadał. Ja prawie tam zginąłem. Nie wiem, czy widzieliście, ale zero w pasku miałem życie. Oczywiście, żebym go nie sięgnął. To jest jakiś żart, prawda? Dobrze, przerwaliśmy mu. Ale i tak ten atak padł. Co za badziewie. Co za oszustwo, no. Przerwałem, ale spadł atak i tak. Ale spamuję teraz. Dobra. Dobra, dajmy mu sztorm. Dobra, zamrożę go i go rozbiję, bo przecież się nie da podejść do niego, to po pierwsze, a po drugie ciągle atakuje. Oj, to jest bardzo szybkie. Czy on tu coś kastuje? No właśnie, apokalipsa! Ja pytam głupia, czy coś tu kastuje. Kastuje. Co za cieć, no. Co za cieć. Co za wejdak, no. Zrobił to, no. Zabił mnie, zwanshotował mnie. O ty łajzo chodząca. Uruchomił najmocniejszy atak, no. A mnie tak dobrze poszło. Ty draniu. Co za... Leż ty psie jeden wredny. Nienawiść. No dobra, może nie nienawiść, ale... Nieźle mnie zrobił. No i co tu się dzieje? Co mi to jak... O. No źle. Aha, on tornado swoje włączył. Nie jest dobrze. Czy ja w ogóle mu zadaję obrażenia? Coś tam widzę, ale mało. Chyba mniej niż normalnie. Czterech jeźdźców. Od czegoś... Aha, dostałem od tych jego pocisków. Dobra, przebijmy tą gardę, bo to okropnie trudna jest też walka. Nie bawmy się z nim. No już jak będę widział tą apokalipsę, to muszę uciekać. A teraz przynajmniej wiem przed czym. Nie widzę nic oczywiście, nie mogę nawet przerwać tego. Panowanie ognia. Dobra, miło. Na ziemię. No nie trafiłem z tym pomnikiem. Teraz trafiłem. Znowu nie trafiłem uniku. Nie zlekceważajcie tym razem, panie, nie ma takiej opcji. Leż. Żadnych 4 jeźdźców, ani 8 jeźdźców. No i... Apokalipsa. Rzucę tego spela. Ciągle kastuje to. O nie! On do mnie kastuje to! Dobra, leż, bo już mnie stresujesz tutaj. Dobra, rzucimy mu to. Poczęstujmy go tym lodem. Nie będę się już wahał, za mało życia mu zostało. Straszny jesteś. Jesteś potworem. A ja wybijam potwory. Żegnaj. Kamehameha! No do widzenia. Ale ta apokalipsa była gorąca, trzeba przyznać. No, jakby nie patrzeć, Król Behemotów. A jest level 48. Pamiętam. Kajdany Behemota, dobrze.
No match for you, eh, Torgal?
Dokładnie, z Torgalem nie miał szans. Piesek jest najlepszy. Pogłaszczamy pieska. Hop. Albo smakołyka damy, whatever. Dobra, teraz tak, Chocobo. Podjedziemy tutaj. Dobra, to już wiem jak nazwę odcinek, chociaż jeden boss w nim był. Król Behemotów. Dobrze. Chociaż... nie będę zbierał nawet itemów, bo tu nie będzie nic wartego.
This is a Royal Army logbook. His interests were certainly varied. This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
I teraz ktoś mnie zaatakuje, co? Wykrakałem. Musiałem to wykrakać. Jakiś murzyn? Murzyn w kapturze.
So to speak. Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it?
That is not my decision, but by one means or another, its contents shall be
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase it.
Then we find ourselves very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Mhm. Chodź tutaj. Tchórz.
Let's see, shall we?
Dobra. Nie tak to chciałem załatwić, ale spoko. Niech będzie. No nie. Nie zrobiłem uniku w dobrym momencie. Teraz tak. Shivo! Dobra. Do widzenia. Umieraj. Też takie fajne dźwięki mogę dać. Jeszcze sobie nie poszedł, no. Nie rozumiesz, że zginiesz?
But we have other means. We shall...
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book. For now. The world is small. Until then.
Until then.
Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was.
Ale z drugiej strony nie mówię, że ten gość miał rację, ale z drugiej strony nie popieram jego zdania. Z jednego prostego powodu. Tam jednak. No to tu czy tam? On pokazuje mi drugie, czy to mi pokazuje? To jest pytanie. Nie, drugie mi pokazuje, czyli nie mapa nie jarzy, że ja tu mam jeszcze zadanie. Tylko ja to widzę. Teraz tak. Nie no, dam sobie wskaźnik, bo przecież trudno to będzie... O, właśnie. Ogarnąć bez... Nie no, nie zgadzam się z tym gościem, dlatego że każdy może wierzyć w co chce, no. A nie rozwalać książki, bo ja się z tym nie zgadzam, bo to chciwość ludzi, coś tam. Daj ludziom zdecydować, co chcą z tym zrobić. A nie, niszczysz wszystko. Niszczysz wszystko i na własną rękę. Na własną rękę. Co miałem powiedzieć? Tędy nie wejdę, tutaj trzeba jechać tam dookoła. Tu jest wjazd. Każdy powinien mieć własny wybór. A nie, zostawimy tylko te książki, które pasują do naszego przekonania według niego.
Conditioning. Disposed of. I wasn't exaggerating. This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
O. Dobrze idę? Tak, tylko że to zadanie jakoś się nie pojawia. Nieważne. Cmentarz. Pytanie, czego ja teraz szukam? Tam coś jest.
Forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry. So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. But where is the architect of all this misery? was only a matter of time.
A kaszę. A kaszę.
This place is cursed.
No. Gin. Do widzenia.
I'm done.
Dobrze. Teraz tak, lecimy tutaj. Skąd będzie bliżej? Z góry czy z dołu? Trudno powiedzieć. Ścieżka podobna ilość metrów raczej. Dobra, ale zaznaczmy sobie punkt, żeby dla mnie było łatwiej. Kiedy jest ten skręt. Muszę iść tu. Dwie mikstury lecznicze, widzę, że dbają o mnie. Nie wiem, co to znaczy, Joshua, ale... O, ludzie jednak tu żyją. A myślałem, że już tu nie ma żywych dusz.
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least.
Bywalec. Trofeum.
What's going on here?
Ah, did you too heed the call?
Heed the call? No, to be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here.
Is that...
What are you doing here?
It is my home.
You keep saying that.
They came here to perform the rite. Just as this village, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle water.
Give them some.
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sin.
Let us be reborn. Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
Widzę, że ludziom już gorzej.
They want to be saved. Forgive me. But did another foreigner?
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes.
Thank you.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives.
Okay.
Find him.
Tutaj się jeszcze same ciekawe rzeczy wydarzą, zobaczycie. A muzyka zawsze jest, jak jest coś zwariowanego i niepokojącego.
Excuse me. Are you with the
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you,
Zapraszam.
my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, you have seen them at their... They devote themselves to the veneration of their praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Saviour, not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes. Serve him with all. I too swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... 'tis... And so I would see it through to the end, see these people safe, that they might do their duty to their Lord.
You do understand what their dream is?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their will. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very... Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. Did you hear that, my lord? Something...
I'll go and find out what...
Dowiemy się, co przemienia wakaszel. Ale to eter generalnie. Właśnie taki. O tak. Co oni krzyczą? Ready. Always ready. I koniec. Jeszcze coś przyjedzie. Dawać coś większego. Strażnika, golema, kogokolwiek. Tak jest. Na życzenie. Oczywista oczywistość, że się spotkamy. Titus. Jak on w ogóle, jak to brzmi, Titus. Dobra, kolego. Nie widzę, co się dzieje. Pobiłem mu gardę, tyle słyszałem. Dobra. Wykończmy go. Jak odskoczył. Leżeć. O nie. Tylko nie nieśmiertelny, ich jest mało. Nieśmiertelny za jakiegoś wieśniaka, no.
Don't you die. Come on, speak to me. I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment. Even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with.
Ale ty wiesz, że jesteś zdrajcą w takim bądź razie?
My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Bo ja walczę z kaszami.
Of course. Your duty will be done. Look, my lord. They are saved.
Chore. Jest chore. Tu się wydarzyło właśnie, ale co tam? Zostali ocaleni? Chyba nie bardzo. Wypaczeni, to tak.
They are saved. Found her. I should get this report to Cyril.
My Lord Marquis, I am glad to
I met with your third chair, Cyril.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in.
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickle. I'm sorry.
If you could not save him.
The villages they prayed to their god that they might be Then an ether flood came. Your brother sacrificed himself, even knowing that life...
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree.
A noble ambition. To die for one. It matters not how misguided others might judge one's only that the decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order, for better or worse.
Okej. Jeśli o to w tym chodzi, ale...
He died to save them. And you still believe that what he did was...
I believe that he believed it. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing, and this was his will. The ultimate...
I'd like to know this man's names, to know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line. They died serving my house. It's only... that is my due.
Of course, I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been the greatest honor of my life to serve. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my
Nieśmiertelna służba 2. Dobrze, asesyni. Jeden z was poszedł do piachu. Świat poczeka, no dokładnie. Już czeka i czeka na zbawienie. Ja póki co bawię się w zadania poboczne, zamiast ratować ten świat. Ale powiem wam, że jesteśmy w genialnym punkcie, bo mamy większość zadań zrobionych.
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
Mam jeszcze... Pokończyłem to zadanie, jeszcze się coś pojawiło. Dobra, teraz tak, taka kolejność. Idziemy do ogrodu. Z ogrodu jest sens biec tam z powrotem? Chyba nie. Dobra, jak już przychodzę tutaj, to zahaczę to zadanie z gawem.
Clive, how'd you get on?
Any lucky?
Crystals crack. Is this what I think? Where in the heck?
It's a long...
Jak to krótka. Wlazłem do chałupy, wziąłem piórko i już. Pytałem, gdzie mógł znaleźć.
Everything up there's been the empty cabin made for the perfect.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. They'll find a new home after all. Anyway, what matters it? And now all...
I didn't know you could...
Reckon there's like the fact I'm as good with a whittling, and that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work.
But it weren't your ravis. I slew one of my own.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go.
I Ember mu pomógł.
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make...
Now, will I? I should go and see if Edith...
Give it my best.
You can give it to you.
I słusznie było zatrudnić Embera, pomógł Gawowi. Tak, to może jeszcze musiałbym coś zrobić. Zatrudnić, może nie zatrudnić, bo ja mu w sumie nie wiem czym płacę. Ale przyjąć.
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow
daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too... I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the blight hasn't...
Right.
Did you learn where...
The gardener here mentioned the royal meadows in Sam...
the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, I recalled that she kept the record of our travels, so I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew.
Whose shores border the meadows.
sumie... Nie, dobra, przejdziemy się, bo jeszcze się okaże, że jeszcze coś będzie potrzebne. Wezmę te zadania tu pooddaję i się okaże zaraz, że trzeba będzie jeszcze tam coś zrobić, więc zróbmy tutaj wszystko.
Vivian, I found it.
You... Even though I asked this of you, I fear the executors had...
I met with one of the, and I convinced him to let me. He told me something, that the truth is just a matter of collective, and that if enough people believe a lie...
It does, but it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can, provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective has the sad history of...
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. She was a heretic, you see. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the... And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm... I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my... She taught me that my solitude was not a curse. And that, though my journey to the truth might be alone...
Do you still feel that way?
Honestly? I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather close... But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside. So if you'll permit me, remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief beget, give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth.
I'll try, Vivian.
Ukończono zadanie. No i dobrze, niewygodno, prawda? Dokładnie, coś w tym jest. Masz coś dla mnie, nektar? Czy chcesz mi powiedzieć, że zakończyłem? Jeszcze coś tu jest, przecież... Wyjące Banshee. Garnik, waloet. W tym samym miejscu, co tam. Praktycznie. A, to nawet jest w tym samym miejscu, co książka była. Dobra, to idziemy. Banshee to chwilę poczeka. Ja questy zbiorę i dopiero pójdę. A ty masz coś dla mnie? Ciekawego. Pomocny szept. No i dobra, tu już więcej nic nie mam, więc już renomy nie dostanę więcej. Skończyliśmy to. Tego typu rzeczy już są zrobione.
How are you feeling?
Well. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No.
Go on. Did you make it?
We did. Aye. It's from all of us here at the hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Fancy a swift off.
I could be convinced.
O, piwko z kawą. To jest to. Z takim ziomem można się napić. A dlaczego by nie? Drewniany kufel. Muszę sobie kiedyś kupić taki kufelek.
Oh, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Jak to nawet Torgal. Torgal jest bohaterem.
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword. I may have had one too many.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
To, co jest dobrego w Gawie, to jest to, że patrzcie, jest takim gościem, który nie ma żadnych mocy, nic nie ma. A i tak jest przydatny.
One One of these days, I swear, it's gonna be me who drinks you.
If by under the table you mean retching on my boots half the night, I reckon one of the...
Ha ha, you think you're so funny. But just wait till we crack open the bottle I left in your chambers. That stuff's strong enough to burn the horns off a behemoth.
Sounds like I'll be needing some new boots.
Dobra, moi drodzy, znowu tu jest jakiś quest. Okej, najpierw idziemy po tego questa, mam złe przeczucie, że znowu trzeba będzie pobiec gdzieś. Ale no, patrzcie, Gav nie ma supermocy, nie ma niczego, a jednak uwolnił właśnie jego, no nie można powiedzieć, że mimo tego, że nie ma mocy, to jest nieprzydatny. Tyle rzeczy zrobił. Nawet nie posiadając jakichś szczególnych mocy można. Nawet nie posiadając jakichś szczególnych mocy można zrobić coś fajnego, dobrego i pomóc innym.
I don't suppose you're here to reprise the saint. We'll be fine, Clive.
To myślałem, że Byron będzie miał fajną rozmowę. Lubię gościa.
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Ah, yes.
You spoke of making amends with Dion.
Then I should begin by telling you that this was some years ago, of course, before I joined. At that time, I was counted among the four to supervise, all to ensure that the future emperor, alas, our time together was cut. I had not expected to meet.
Have you spoken with him?
No, His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, but as you say, that was Ultima's doing.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people, and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone. It is one of my greatest regrets, that I only, and what he truly needed, the blame for Dion's transgressions, lies not only on his shoulders.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that...
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern. Apothecaries across the ages agree that fabulists and fraudsters...
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is... Well, those which grow in the wild, there is a waterfall. Whether they still survive there...
It's all right.
Thank you, Clive.
What do you want?
Zmierzch bogów.
No scratches, right? That it? Fine.
Mamy najlepszy miecz w grze. Już lepszego nie będę miał miecza. Dlatego achievement był. To jest najlepszy miecz z tego gameplaya. A żeby dostać jeszcze lepszy miecz niż ten, który mam aktualnie, to New Game Plusa muszę zagrać. Jak ten ma 375 damage'a, to tamten będzie miał 700. Czajcie różnicę w obrażeniach? 700 obrażeń, a ten ma 375.
Mid.
You make it sound like I asked you to say.
Tell me.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a undercog wheel. Just a tiny one. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost them.
Wait, the children. When they took apart, now that I think about it, they...
The young'uns? But why would they... I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that...
Dobra. Zębatka.
Sid!
She wasn't high. She's just busy working.
A new invention? Is it an airship?
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something own a brass gear. A tiny one.
Oh, the one you...
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of...
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then all the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds.
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts of...
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your...
Thanks, Sid.
Well?
They did. And they kept it.
Will it work? He's perfect!
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right... Well, you... That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
Tytana!
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The mithril engine was made to make dreams come true.
A nie wystarczyłoby obrócić tych silników do dołu?
This is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head? Or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one. So that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Szalona dziewczyna. Ale przynajmniej pozytywnie. Nie ma w tym nic złego. Pozytywnie zakręcona.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in.
I'm sure you do.
I hear that you traveled to... Did you by any chance?
I did.
The director was a brutal...
The registry was all... There was no sign of a body. Nor any record of...
I pray that at least all their names my friends. I can still... Children... No explanation.
They'd be happy to know that.
But why did I make it out alive?
It's not your fault. And see that their names live on.
I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors all and in the name.
Neither will I.
These records would have been...
Teraz tak. Jeszcze 2 zadania zostały nam. Są trochę w złych kierunkach do siebie, przyznaję. Są w ogóle gdzie indziej, ale dobra, okej. Zrobimy je. Teraz tak. Przejście zrobimy tutaj, tędy przejdziemy, chociaż ja wątpię, że da się tam przejść. No ale nasza przygoda powoli się kończy z tą grą. Już czuję, że kończymy. 2 zadania zostały.
Let's go.
Tak, i teraz na wprost. Jedź. ...48 poziom. Ciekawe, z którym grę skończy. 49 czy 50?
This won't be easy. Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find. No.
Oczywiście musi przy nim przeciwnik stać.
Straight home now.
Dobrze. Nie będziemy się z nim bawić. Dobrze. Zanieś dziki wierny, dobrze. Teraz i to od razu. Zanim wrócimy do grywki, to. Żeśmy od razu wszystko pooddawali, a nie tylko jedną rzecz. No oczywiście, że trochę daleko. Ja muszę oczywiście biec, a nie mogę podjechać sobie koniem, szkoda.
Those things didn't fight like men.
Run like the wind. The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Tam są. Pokonaj wrogów, no serio? Jakich wrogów? To jeszcze. Serio. Musiałeś przyjść. Byk. Ten atak. No, tego chyba nie da się odbić. Albo nie trafiłem. Dobrze, byczku, koniec. Tam jaka walka psów. Ale Torgal jest najsilniejszym psem w tej grze. A raczej przepraszam, ciągle gadam o nim jako psie, to jest wilk, lodowy wilk. Chociaż lodowy wilk też do niego nie pasuje, jak włada mocami większą ilością niż jednym go Ekona.
They're beautiful. Do you think Jill will like them? She'll love them.
I teraz chyba przeniesie nas do kryjówki, co jest dobre i wolałbym tu zostać. Bo też muszę oddać zadanie ostatnie.
The rest, as they well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Dobrze, najpierw to i dziś będzie ostatnim zadaniem. A później fabuła. Ostatni odcinek i pięknie.
Oarsman, you did? I think. You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you? Oh, it's no trouble.
Jeszcze pod Jona musimy iść.
Your Highness.
No.
No, our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpock? No. Not after everything I have taken countless in all because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt, but were I to meet with him again and see in his eyes what I have become,
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself.
I must at the very least offer him my very well then.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard.
What's this?
A stolus quill, or more precisely, it is said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. So consider this, that one day you may put down your sword.
Well, when that day comes, thank you, Harpocrates. It shall...
Dobrze, to teraz Jill. Jeszcze mam jeden łów do zrobienia ciągle. Jedne łowy mam do zrobienia. Zobaczmy sobie, ile darów aktualnie mamy. Znaczy wspomnień. 3 mi brakuje. Nawet trochę jest. Jeden może go stąd dostać.
Jill.
There is?
It's, how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
Steleportują mnie, czy będę musiał tam pobiec ręcznie? O, steleportowali, dzięki Bogu. Nie trzeba będzie biegać. Dzięki twórcom za to rozwiązanie.
This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court.
They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
Don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
Buzi, buzi. Dobrze, dobrze.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
No, nawet fajne zakończenie questów pobocznych się udało. Przyznaję.
I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. They're still...
And we'll do it together.
No. Jedno z fajniejszych zakończeń questów pobocznych. Pocałunek siwy. Diamentowy pył skraca. Patrzcie, mamy to, co chciałem mieć. I to jest z questu jej jest. A nie w jakimś kufrze. Albo u kupca. Dobrze, teraz tak. Ponieważ mamy to... ja chcę wyposażenie. Tymczasowo zwiększa skuteczność ataku po każdym precyzyjnym uniku. Ja nie wiem, czy to powietrzny podmuch skrócić o 11 sekund, czy jednak rozbicie. Ja bym chyba skrócił rozbicie, chociaż to jest 7,5, ale on ma i tak mniej czasu. Diamentowy pył chyba jest lepszy. Wiecie dlaczego? Bo rozbije gardę, a to tylko chwyta przeciwników. Dlatego weźmiemy sobie pocałunek Shivy, a to sobie zostawimy, bo to może na staminę przeciwników wpływać. O, 94,50. Tracę 3 obrony, ale zyskuję 18 życia. Chwyt założyciela. Uroboros. Tu nie ma niczego takiego. Jeszcze zobaczymy, czy kowal nic nie ma do skrawcenia. Zanim sobie wyruszymy. Ja w tym odcinku już zakończę wszystko. Ale jeszcze Banshee jest do pokonania. Została wyjąca Banshee. Która jest tutaj.
Ready go?
No. Jakbym zakończył na Jill, to byłoby świetnie. Nawet lepiej zakończyć ten odcinek, ale no nie zrobiłem tej kolejności w takim... Zapomniało mi się o tej Banshee. Nieważne. Już teraz nie będziemy się cofać. Ja muszę jeszcze zapis gry w ogóle zrobić, bo już dawno nie robiłem. Lata temu to robiłem. Dobrze, chodź Banshee. Gizma. Kolejny boss. Mam cię. Nie krzycz tak. To tylko chwilę zaboli. Okej. Mam cię. Dobra. Dobra, nie dajmy jej wstać. A przynajmniej z mniejszym życiem jej dam. Oj nie. Na łów, towarzyszu mój. Achievement, dobrze. Mamy wszystkie łowy. Rest in peace. Dobrze, jak mamy rest in peace i w ogóle i w szczególe, wracamy do kryjówki. Idę zobaczyć, czy u Kowala da się coś skrawcić fajnego. Mam na myśli zbroję lepszą. Co wątpię, ale może się odblokowało tak cicho, jak ten miecz się odblokował. Nowe pismo do mojej komnaty. No Hipokritis. Dobra. Później wrócimy do Hipokritisa, zobaczymy, który poziom osiągnąłem. Krąg niebios. Nie mamy nic takiego, co by było jeszcze lepsze. Nie. Nawet nie mogę wzmocnić tych aktualnych. Szkoda. Dużo materiałów mi zostało. Bardzo dużo, za dużo nawet. Dobrze, brakuje mi jednego. Zgaduję, że to na nie, dwóch. To nawet dwóch mi brakuje. No to zobaczymy. Nie wiem, gdzie jeden znaleźć. Idziemy jeszcze do Hipokratisa i kończymy ten odcinek. Oj, nie spodziewałem się, że ponad 2 godziny zajmie mi robienie tych questów jeszcze mimo wszystko. No ale teraz już zostało tylko klepać ultimie i będzie fajnie.
Good morrow to you, my friend. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
O, Max.
I have quite the find for you today.
Zaduma. Mit o Zbawicielu. Zaduma to niepotrzebne. Dominant. Coraz większego. Cywilizacja ultimów. O! To jest ciekawe. Pradawna cywilizacja obdarzonych boską mocą kolektywu ultimów. Odkrycie magii pomogło im się rozwinąć, lecz zapłacić za to straszliwą cenę. Na świecie pojawiła się plaga. Miasta upadały, ich mieszkańcy ginęli z niezliczonymi na niezamieszkałą Walestię, by położyć fundament pod przyszły renesans. Czyli Ultima był jeszcze wcześniej niż ci. Kamień mistrzostwa, dobra. Obelisk. A, obeliski jeszcze jaśniej świecą, dobra. Dzieci. Krąg Malius. Dobrze. Mit o Zbawicielu. Zniewolony Ultimy. Dziennik Mossa mnie nie interesuje, ale mit o Zbawicielu. Nadejdzie dzień sądu, w którym jego wcielenie pojawi się na świecie. i odtworzy go na nowo. Zdarzenie to poprzedzi przybycie niebieskich sług o wielkiej mocy. Wierny sługa Ultimy zjednoczy te sługi, by umożliwić mu przejście na świat. Przyjście. A nagrodą za ich lojalność będzie nieskończona radość. Wszystko jest na maksa. Dobra, idziemy kupić sobie jeszcze płoty, to wam jeszcze pokażę. Że się przygotowuję przed ostatecznym pojedynkiem. Yes, I am. A ty nie masz lepszych tych? Nie. Dobra.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Ordon, nie obchodzi mnie to. Dobrze. Zrobimy tak. Zrobimy tak, się zastanawiam. 6000 i tak mi nie starczy na to, żeby wymaksować jeszcze jeden spell. Żebym mógł użyć konkretnie innego. Poza tym chcę mieć te spele, co mam. Nie udałoby mi się błyskawicy chyba albo tego uruchomić. A spróbujemy. Widzicie? Nie da rady. Dobra, czyli nie zmienimy spelu. Dobrze, dziękuję wam za oglądanie w tym odcinku. Widzimy się w następnym. Finale tak zwanym. Gdzie pokonamy Ultimę. Do następnego, do zobaczenia. Cześć wszystkim.